My next guest says Trump needs to show his heart, show some remorse, or it's all over. The person saying that is Michael Goodwin, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist at the New York Post, who used to be a strong supporter of Donald Trump. But now you say he's got to soften it in this debate? Really?
Well, look, I mean, I've never fully endorsed him, and I have not committed to him, Stuart. But I do believe that he has a great message for this country, and I believe he's gotten away from it. And I think that there are so many doubts about him now that tonight is really the last big chance to address them before a nationwide audience.
Wait a second, Michael. If he backs off, if he goes up there tonight and he's kind of soft, and he shows remorse or some form of apology, that's not going to win.
No, he's going to have 90 minutes, and there's going to be lots of times to attack Hillary Clinton, to remind viewers about WikiLeaks and the FBI investigations. There's lots of time to do the issues as well. But I think central to what he has to do tonight is humility. Not so much remorse, but humility, as in show his heart and ask people for their vote and pledge.
Humility is so far out of I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No.
But that's what the audience is saying right now. Humility? Donald Trump? Are you kidding?
I think that's what he needs. And it would get people's attention precisely because it would be different. And I think he can keep pounding Hillary Clinton, but I think there's diminishing returns from that. As you said, he's in a deep hole, probably 10, 11 million votes behind, which is what 6 or 7 points would represent. Yep. He's got to do something, I think, to show people that he is fit to be commander-in-chief.
You've written extensively on media bias in this campaign, and I've got another example for you. Here it is. This is collusion between the Clinton campaign and a leading journalist, John Harwood. He is the chief Washington correspondent at CNBC. He sent an email to John Podesta, Clinton's campaign manager, mocking other reporters for wasting their time asking Hillary about emails. Here is the email exposed by WikiLeaks. I'm quoting, "Amazing that some people still think it's worth burning so much interview time with person most likely to be next president on her emails." I didn't realize they were quite so I use that expression a lot, hand in glove. I didn't realize it went that far.
Yeah. Look, John Harwood, I think, has been a liberal advocate in the guise of a journalist for a very long time. He also writes for the New York Times. And he has, I think, been typical of the Washington establishment, which is, let's just keep the establishment going. They will always oppose anybody who would upset their apple cart, too. Don't forget, John Harwood benefits from the Clintons, from Barack Obama, from liberal programs. That is his bread and butter. He wants to keep it going. He's just an advocate pretending to be a journalist.
I'm just surprised at the extent of this interaction between leading elite journalists. I mean, the Politico guy, Mr. Grimes, I think it was. Thrush, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, that's an astonishing being embedded with a campaign, which I've never seen before from that level of journalism.
And what's striking, two things. First, the Thrush guy from Politico who writes to Podesta sending his story over, asking, is it okay, basically says, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm a hack. So he knows it's wrong, but he does it anyway. And I think, secondly, we have not heard any of these news organizations discipline or express any anger at their employees behaving like hacks, behaving like advocates for a certain candidate. So these organizations must be used to this. This must be how they operate.
The reputation of elite journalism is shot, in my personal opinion. Michael, thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Pleasure, sir.